Hi guys, welcome to a new video here on my YouTube channel. I hope you all have been good and had some good days. Guys, for today's video we are going to talk about the NBA once again and going to react to an article on Bleacher Report. It was written by Zach Buckley a couple of days ago. One trade every NBA team would make if the deadline was today. So it's a very interesting title. I hope we get some nice ideas and yeah, just kind of let our fantasy go and just kind of see what they come up with. So very excited, guys. If you want to help me out, if you enjoy my content, if you want to just put a smile on my face, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, write me a comment. It's good for your algorithm, it's good for me. Just a small favor, it would really help me out. And yeah, let's jump right into the video. So here's the article. We have Giannis and Wemby on the picture here. So Atlanta Hawks, who had an interesting start to the season, I would say. Like, they had some injury problems, of course, Kristaps and Trae Young, but at least Jalen Johnson, Daniels is healthy. Zachary Ricochet is looking solid for his second year. I just can't wait to have everybody back healthy and just see the Quinn Snyder system work out. So I have a lot of hopes for them. So in this trade scenario, they have Asa Newell to the Miami Heat for Kasparas Yakouchionis. So Asa is not getting too many minutes. He was, I don't remember, the 23rd pick. Yakouchionis was the 20th pick, and there was before the draft, there was a lot of hype for him. Some people had him in the top 10, some of them even in the top 5. I never had him that high, but yeah, he definitely let those people down who had him in the top 10. Just can't really find a good place for himself in Miami. Drew Smith, man, he's so dirty, man. Drew Smith, like, he doesn't let go, right? Like, he doubts. Like, no, he had so many doubters and he's proving them wrong. Like, especially me, I was never a big Drew Smith fan. I always thought he just is not an NBA player, man. And this guy just doesn't let it go, man. He just always comes back. He fights very, very tough. And he's impressed me, man. I definitely became a Drew Smith fan. I'm not going to lie. I love those players, man. They come from nowhere and they fight their spot. And this is just amazing, man. Not the biggest talent, not the fanciest player, but a good team player. It reminds me of the... what's his name? Oh no, I forgot his name from the Clippers. Kendrick Nunn. Is it? Ah man, I can't think of it. He used to play for the Utah Jazz and kind of redeemed himself there. Former top 5 pick by the Timberwolves. And yeah, now find a nice place in Los Angeles with the Clippers. So, oh my god, I can't believe. I have to Google this, man. This is so ridiculous, man. Is it Kendrick Nunn, right? I'm so sorry, man, but I just have to do this really quick. Chris Dunn, not Chris Nunn. Chris Dunn, of course, I'm talking about. Chris Dunn, that's the guy. So anyway, let's talk about. Secondly, the Boston Celtics go for a big man. They trade Anthony Simons and a 2027 first round pick, top 5 protected, to the Brooklyn Nets for Nick Claxton. I kind of keep repeating myself. I hope Walker Kessler ends up somehow in Boston. I just think there's so many odds which would make it work really, really great. But I'm going to say Nick Claxton also looks like a solid fit. They are missing Kristaps a lot. They are missing Horford a lot. Kita is doing his best. Is impressing. Like, he's definitely improved himself. But it's not enough to win a championship now. We can't say that, man. So they need big man help, and Nick Claxton, not a bad man. Not too mad at it. It's also going to be interesting what they do with Derek White, because he has been disappointing so far. That could make him available for a trade, and he is on big money, so they could bring in somebody big. We will see. Brooklyn Nets, so this is just what we just talked about. We can talk about now the Brooklyn Nets side of the deal. Nick Claxton has been there for a long time. I don't know, man. It looks like he wants to leave, but this is just kind of like every year the same. So Anthony going there. They have way too many guards, so that's the last position they should look to improve, or to bring somebody else in, like who wants to get big minutes. So I don't know. I like Anthony going to. I actually like him in the role he is right now, the scoring leader from a second unit team. That's perfect. Like he's the perfect sixth man, and his experience, he can handle the ball, and I love him in this role. And him going to Brooklyn with Cam Thomas, MPJ, and all those young guys like Emre Demir, Nolan Traore, and yeah, all the others, Danny Wolf and Ben Saraf. Like it doesn't fit for me. So if they want to trade and get somebody else in, they would have to look for a big man, in my opinion. Charlotte Hornets, oh my goodness. Miles Bridges to the Milwaukee Bucks for Kyle Kuzma and a first round pick, top 3 protected. So to get a top 3 protected pick, swap for Miles Bridges, I guess that's alright. The Kyle Kuzma and the Bucks, it's just ridiculous. It just never has worked out. Very disappointing thing going on there for all sides, man. For all sides, for Kuz, for the Bucks, it's just not good. Miles Bridges on the other side, I don't know, man. I don't really want to talk about that, man. It's just kind of crazy that he's still in the league and still with the Charlotte Hornets, so you can just make your own opinion on that matter. Chicago Bulls trade Vooch to the Mavericks for Gafford, Jaden Hardy, and 2 second-round picks. What? Why would you do that? That is such a typical Chicago Bulls move. I mean, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I got this wrong. So for the Bulls, you want to do it. Like, you get Gafford back, I think, wasn't he drafted by the Bulls? Jaden Hardy, a good talent, and two second-round picks. So, yeah, for the Chicago Bulls, this is a great deal. If they can get Vooch out for all this coming in, yeah, do it, man. Pull the trigger. For the Mavs, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's wow. If they do something like that, I go. We all learned that Nico Harrison was not the problem. Like, that's my opinion anyway. I don't think Nico himself has the power to trade away Luka, first of all. So that's like a decision from the whole organization. So you gotta look at the owner, in my opinion, right? And yeah, Nico just got blamed for something. And if they do something like this trade, like terrible. He's like 36 years old, man, or 37, which. So they get younger, they get picks out of it. I mean, if you're the Bulls, you do it. What a crazy trade, man. Cleveland Cavaliers, Garland to the Magic for Franz Wagner. Woo! Wow, that is crazy. So Garland to the Magic. Yeah, there has been some rumors, and I have thought about this quite often. It would just fit so many boxes, man. Like, it just would. They need this traditional point guard. Garland is exactly that. Oh my god. Franz and Paolo looks like it's just not going to work out. So that's another big box. Wow. This is so crazy. On the other side, the Cavaliers, it's also not working out with them. So bringing in Franz is very, very interesting, man. This is actually a great thing to put on NBA 2K, man. To make a rebuild or like just this trade scenario and see what 2K says to it. Wow. Let me know what you guys think. But I find it completely like crazy, man. Crazy. There's a blockbuster trade, man. Dallas Mavericks. Oh my goodness. So they're not talking about the Vooch deal. That's good. So Anthony Davis to the Detroit Pistons? What am I reading here? For Tobias Harris, Isaiah Stewart, Jaden Ivey, alright. 2026 first round pick, 2028 first, so 2 first round picks and 2 second round picks. For a player who's always hurt, I'm sorry to say, you're giving up Jaden Ivey, which I'm very high on, and I really hope they hold on to him, and 2 first round picks and some good players like Isaiah Stewart, which I think is so great for the chemistry and just for the culture. And you're just bringing in 80. Terrible, man. Don't do it, Detroit. Don't. You're so good this year. Just trust the process. Just trust the process. Don't do anything crazy like that. Please be patient. Please be patient with this roster. Be patient with Isaiah, with Jaden Ivey. Yeah, those picks you can use for another star player like a Jaylen Brown or somebody, but not for AD, man. He's just always hurt. He played like 14, 15 games for the Mavs since coming in, so don't do it, man. Crazy, ridiculous. Denver Nuggets, who had a fantastic offseason, man. So Zeke Nashi, Deron Holmes, I completely forgot about him, and a first round pick, swap to the Celtics for Sam Hauser. So they just add shooting. I love it. Do it for the Celtics. Yeah, you're getting out of Sam Hauser's money, but Zeke is also on a long contract. So no, this is a win for the Nuggets and a lose for the Celtics, in my opinion. Detroit Pistons, yeah, Laurie, like Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, Ron Holland, and a first round pick for Laurie. I mean, Laurie looks. That's exactly like bring in Laurie instead of AD, because AD makes zero sense in my opinion. But Laurie to the Pistons, yeah, he provides some shooting, some experience, but he's also not too old. How old is this guy, man? It doesn't say here, but he must be like 26 years of age, so he's still good, man. You bring in experience. He's 7 foot. Like, people forget how tall he is, and of course he can shoot very, very good from the 3-point line, 37% this year. So yeah, I love that trade. And to be honest, Tobias Harris, he can go. Ron Holland, like, I don't know, man. I think he can go. Like, you have Osor Thompson, you have all the other players, and you have to give up something to bring in a top guy like Markkanen. So it's all right. You give up on Ron. It's all right. Jaden Ivey, like I said before, I love him, but I also understand you gotta give something up, right? And if the price is right, you pull the trigger. Laurie, I would definitely take. There's been a lot of rumors already for this trade going down, so yeah, no doubt about it. Golden State Warriors, Trace Jackson Davis, yeah, not heard much of him, and a second round pick to the Wizards for Justin Champagnie. Another guy like Drew Smith, I was talking earlier, he doesn't let go, right? Like Champagnie, another guy I just became a fan of. Like, these players, they just don't give up, you know. They really want to accomplish themselves in the league, and you have to love it, man. Everybody talks about the big guys, Anthony Edwards, Luka, Wemby, blah blah blah. I can't hear those names sometimes anymore, not because I don't like them, but they're all over the media. And yes, they are the top 20 guys or whatever in the league, but players like Drew Smith, Justin Champagnie, for myself, I just find them more interesting because they don't get all the love they deserve. And you know, once I gotta tell you this story. I met once Dick Motta. I don't know how many people of you know him. I was able to stay in his hotel in Utah for a couple of days, and he was just always around there doing some housework and garden work, and I was just always talking to him. Very, very nice, humbled guy. He's like a very big NBA person. Like, he was a coach for like 20 or 30 years. One of the coaches with the most games to be coached, and so top guy, right? And I just can't forget what he told me. He told me, like, you have to understand, everybody in the NBA was always a superstar in their positions or in their stations before going to the NBA, right? So like, you can pick whatever guy from the NBA, Justin Champagnie or Drew Smith or LeBron James, like whatever you want to do, Laurie Markkanen. They were always the top guy, like coming into school, coming on to the college. It was always like all eyes on them, right? And then you get to the NBA draft, and you just have to understand it's just so depending on luck. Where are you going? Is the coach believing in you? I mean, that's just what's going to decide for the future of your career, because all of those guys can play ball, and they are great athletes, because they wouldn't have made it that way. Even like their mental situation, like they're just professionals, right? At a very young age, and they always have been, so they're very hungry. And long story short, like he just said, you gotta bring the guys into the right situation, right? And Justin Champagny, like he fights for this chance, and Drew Smith as well. So nothing was given to them going into the NBA, and I don't know, man. I just have a lot of respect. I love it. I love their stories. That's why we fell in love with the game. That's what amazes me. Yeah, I can talk about LeBron all day long. It's going to give me more YouTube clicks and blah blah blah. I don't really care, man. Anyway, this was just something I wanted to let you know. I love guys like Justin Champagny. So him going to the Warriors would just kind of show that, like, he fought for minutes on a bad team like the Wizards. He accomplished that, and now he can move on to the next level. I would love that story. And yeah, guys, Houston Rockets is the next team up. I kind of go through the first 15 teams and then make another video. I don't want to make this video too fast. So the Terry Eason to the Philadelphia 76ers for Jared McCain. So I don't think they have paid Terry yet, but they will have to at some point. And yeah, they could Houston could definitely need another guard, and they are so deep they can afford to let Terry Eason leave. Good trade, man. Indiana Pacers, Jarvis Walker to the New Orleans Pelicans for Yves Missi, who also kind of fell off out of the rotation, out of favor in New Orleans, but with them bringing in a new head coach, maybe things change. Jarvis Walker looks very solid. And yeah, guys, that's all for you I have in this video. I'm going to go through the other 15 16 teams in the next video. I just don't want to make it too long. I've been talking a lot, especially since the Justin Champagny situation. I hope you enjoyed that, and leave a like, subscribe to my channel, guys. I love you. See you at the next one. Peace.